Hey, what's up, nerd? Name one of them what? My groin hurts. Oh, really? Chat's kind of laggy. Alright. My groin hurts. That's pretty funny. Yeah, seems fine for me. Maybe it's just slowing my chat for some weird reason. I don't know. That's funny though. My groin hurts. Oops. Yeah, a little bit of an early morning stream this morning. I was supposed to play a one shot, but it didn't end up going through. So I'm just working on it instead. So, uh, none of my games this week seem to work just due to time constraints. It seems so. No, no, no. I'm not playing in the one shot. I'm the one DMing it. Yeah. Nah. I only really play in one game, honestly, and that's just because I don't know if it's just due to the DM is actually a really good DM, but I'm very picky when it comes to playing as a player. So I think it's just because I'm so like restrictive on playing as a DM. It's kind of hard for me to play as a player. It's kind of like when um, like when you're a director, like a movie director, right? And then you go to see a movie, you can't really like enjoy watching a movie, right? It's really hard because you just like nitpick the living shit out of it, right? Like I feel like that's how I am with like being a DM versus being a player now. So it's really hard for me to like turn off my DM brain, you know? Like I'm constantly like going like, "Oh, I would have done that differently," or like, like it's yeah, it's hard to do. I'm I've been getting. What do you mean, like table talk? You mean like when we're just like talking about like stuff that isn't about the game, or talking in meta? Yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's hard to do for sure. Some people are better at it than. it just depends on the group too, you know? If you have a really good group that you like playing with, then the DM is kind of secondary a little bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. But, I mean, you know, it kind of depends. It really does kind of depend on everybody, to be honest. I mean, you know, I don't expect people to play, like, in character 24/7, you know? I mean, it'd be cool, though. It'd be fun. But, I mean, you know, every once in a while, you gotta talk like a real person, you know? Because sometimes there's rulings or something, and you always want to ask the DM, like, hey, can I actually do this? Or, you know, what's in the room again? Can you describe it for me? Or something like that, you know? So, but I understand the thing what you're talking about is, like, when the difference of, like, yeah, I think that's fine, you know? That doesn't bother me somewhat, you know? I think it would be, like, the meta stuff is what you're talking about, is what gets people, you know, not necessarily mad per se, I guess, but more just kind of like, it just gets annoying, you know, when you're like, you have that player that's like, oh, I fought a goblin before, I know exactly what these things do, you know, they're gonna hide as a bonus action, and you're just like, really, bro? Like, come on, man, we're just playing for fun, you know, like, you don't have to ruin it for everybody else, you know, that kind of stuff is, yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people do, to be honest. So that that does make sense. It also helps for people to understand like how like a game system works, or you know, there's a difference when people know like what something does versus something that doesn't, right? Like, you know, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, you know what? There was one scene I did not add into here, and I wanted to. I've got all the really cool animated scenes, so I got those all done, I think. Oh, you know what? I didn't upload it real quick. Now I can properly wall this real quick. Oops. Does that look lined up? Hang on a second, buddy. Give me a minute. Stuff like that. I assisted in the killing of a gentleman who's with arrows, flaming anchovies on it. Yeah, yeah. I think the big thing is like when you can clearly tell or you clearly know something is up, and like you said, like a player will be like, oh, don't you know that trolls are, like fire is really good against trolls, right? Some players are more aware of that just because they've maybe faced a troll in another game, right? But claiming your character's innocence it's hard to do for some people, it's hard to get back into that mindset of being like, oh, I don't know what that means again, right? Or, it's hard when people run the same monsters over and over and over again, right? It gets a little hard to know that. So, but homebrew games and stuff help with that, right? So, no waiting allowed, huh? It's okay. Everybody's got to get paid some attention to, huh? Oh, we could add some snow on this map. They just updated this to version 11, so I am kind of curious to upgrade Foundry, but at the same time I'm scared too, because, like, I don't want to lose all my shit, you know what I mean? So... maybe I could have this a little smaller, but maybe a little slower with maybe some more density, maybe a little bit more snow. Yeah. Or something that I'd like to do in my games is, like, I'll ask players, I'm like, hey, you've got, like, a free action, right? If you want to know anything about this creature, you can, as a free action, make a nature or, like, a history or a religion check or something like that, right? If you want to know a little bit more about it, Like, that's something that I like to do in my games, If people are curious about it, So... Most of the time it's best to just give the information, right? But 5e is so much about, like, checks, right? So, if it's a difference of, like, a lot of 5e players are used to... This is coming from somebody who's been recently GMing a lot of Shadow Dart, too, which is, like, really old school games, right? So those OG games have been more... Those old school games are more like, hey, the information is there, just give it to the players kind of thing, right? Like, there's no check to see if they see a broken door or something like that, or, the thing of, like, running into a room and doing a perception check, right? Instead of doing something like that, you just go into the room and you say, hey, I feel a draft coming from this side of the door, right? Like, there might be a secret entrance here, right? Obviously, sometimes you don't want to give away those things, but if you know that your players are, like, never going to roll a perception check or something like that, that's when it's good to, like, use the passive perception, right? Like, so a lot of 5e has those, like, rules in term of, like, uh, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's hard because 5e never really tells you to do that, right? So it never gives you that information. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, when you're in the moment and stuff, you don't want to, like you said, break the immersion, right? So you want to keep it going. But a lot of times there's a lot of downtime and, like, exploring and looking for stuff and things, right? Because every character wants to look for things. So I feel when you have 5 players or 4 players all together in one room, like, say for example, you go let's say like this was like a little room over here, right? And you're like, oh, you go inside this room. The DM explains what's in the room, right? And then, you know, you go over everything. But sometimes I feel like players, I feel like a better way to do it would be like you go into the room instead of the DM like explaining what the room is exactly. You let the players kind of explore first, and like they go in the room, and then they say, "What's in this room, DM?" Right? And then you go off and you're like the one of the players goes over here into the map. But a lot of things with the I've noticed with, like visual aid on maps and stuff, right? Like if there is something on the map, players will think it's there. So a lot of times I have to tell my players like, "Hey, stuff that's on the map, there's you know, there might be stuff there, but there might not be, right? We're kind of doing a little bit of like theater of the mind, right? Like there's not just a barrel here that's stuffed with like, you know, I don't know, this treasure chest, right, might not have anything in it, you know? A lot of times players will kind of be like, "Oh, there's a treasure chest here. What's in it, DM?" And I'll be like, "Oh, fuck, there's really nothing there, you know? I just threw this map together just for shits and giggles, right?" So, like, you know, just because I like looking at maps, you know? But sometimes that's fun too because it allows me to like think of something. I'd be like, oh, there's some ink in there, or maybe there's like some, you know, a little bit of silver or something, and it helps to like role play it out a little bit. You know, gives like some more chances for stuff to do. So, you know, sometimes that's really good if you're like really not good at theater of the mind like myself. I'm really bad at like. That's one thing I want to do better as a DM is get really better at details, but of course, I don't want to be like Matt Mercer to where it's like the point where like the details are so fucking minuscule that they don't mean anything, you know? Like, not not that not that you know Matt Mercer does a bad job by any means. He's a great DM, but sometimes I feel like he goes a little bit too into depth, somewhat, you know, and it kind of becomes like a snore fest, somewhat, you know. So I kind of want my DMing to be a bit more. Like Brennan Lee Mulligan, you know, like where it's not really about like the small little minute details. I mean, yeah, for sure. Man, I feel like such a hypocrite. Like, it can be right, but like at the same time, I want it to be fun. I want it to be enjoyable to where like we're not really getting caught up on like the minute details, and it's more just like, hey, you know, fuck, what's like a good like idea is like or a good like concept is like you know like what's that movie um with I almost want to say the Fawns, but it's not the Fawns. It's like the Greasers versus the like rebels or whatever. Oh my god, what's that movie called? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like all the kids and they're like I want to say it's Greasers. I don't remember honestly. It's been so long, but I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. But anyways, they get caught up on like the small little details, right? When it's really just about the characters, right? Like that's all it should really be about. I don't remember the name of the movie. Yeah, I almost want to say it's Greasers, but I'm thinking of the movie Grease, but it's not the same thing. Ah, man, it's gonna drive me fucking crazy now. What is that movie? Greasers versus... Isn't the Greasers versus the Outsiders? What is this movie called? Oh, The Outsiders is what it's called. Yeah. This movie? Have you ever seen this? With fuck, what's his name? Damn it, my boy. Patrick Swayze. Good lord, man, I can't talk today. Yeah. PC. Yeah, Patrick Swayze. But it's like Greasers versus like jocks kind of thing, you know? But like they're like that's why it's called the Outsiders, because they're like, you know, everybody they're trying to be different kind of thing, you know? They're like the rebels kind of stuff. So, but anyways, they're like poor and like on the shit side of the society, and they're like trying to be better, and you know, everybody's like pushing him down and shit like that, talking shit to him the whole time, you know. So, really good movie, really good movie. But yeah, so I was just like, oh, I was like, man, it reminds me of that somewhat, where like some like DMing sometimes can kind of feel like that a little bit, where the people like the jocks and stuff, or like the you know, like the really intense players, or like the players who just like get caught up on like every little minute little detail, you know, and like oh, actually the rules indicate that you actually can't you know, when people like rule lawyer a lot, right? And they're like, oh, actually that's not really that's not how it should work, or whatever, right? And you're just like, oh man, you're like, you know, can't you just like just roll the dice and just have fun, you know? Not not to say like the rules aren't important, for sure. I try to attend to the rules as much as possible, but I feel like sometimes there's those times when it's like, man, just like, you know, just roll some dice and fuck it, right? Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely adhere to a lot of the rules, for sure. You know, rules is written, but you know, if you gonna fucking if you want to jump off the fucking table and, you know, slam your great axe into the fucking monster or whatever, you know, like I'm cool with it. You know, you're gonna have to roll in athletics, right, or in acrobatics or whatever. And if you roll nat one, then I mean you're gonna fall on your ass and fucking, you know, take some damage, right? I mean that's just the way the fucking dice roll, right? Or if you roll nat 20, then you're gonna do it, and maybe I'll let you deal double damage or something. You know, I like that kind of stuff. You know, I feel like that's the fun part of D&D, you know. But I can also kind of like understand on the other side of the spectrum of where someone is coming with the rules as written, because they're like, "What do you mean, DM? That wasn't in the game." Like, you know, well, can I just do that all the time? So I think stuff like that is where it kind of emanates a little bit from like really old school RPGs, where, you know, yeah, all you do is just hit the fucking monster all the time, right? But like I think there's like a time and a place to do like rule of cool type stuff. So maybe you don't call for it like all the time, you know. There's going to be those days where you just minutely just whack at a monster, right? But you know, um I think getting good explanations of like your environment and stuff help to paint a picture and like, oh, what can I do in this instant, right? Um, so true, yeah. Eldritch Blast is an interesting. This is, I mean, you would think, right? Like, if I could shoot a fucking blast of energy from my hand, right, I should be able to blast open a door, right? I kind of rule like that one a little differently. Like Eldritch Blast, I feel like you could blast open a door if you had what is the one where it lets you blast back enemies 10 feet as your what's it called? Your Eldritch Invocation, right? I feel like if you had that, it would make sense, right? Because you're actually your Eldritch Blast, like, yeah, is it Repelling Blast? Yeah. I think if you had that invocation, I would totally allow like blowing open doors and shit. Because like your Eldritch Blast is like focused on like blowing shit up, right? Or not blowing shit up, but yeah. So, but if you just had like a regular Eldritch Blast, I don't know. I mean, like, I mean, maybe if you rolled like a nat 20, it probably would allow it. But I mean, it if anything, it would probably just singe the door a little bit. But I don't know. Each DM is different, you know. It always it's ugh, man, I fucking can't talk today, man. It's dependent on um certain situations, right? So yeah, if my room was a little bit cleaner, I'd turn on my camera because I'd love to show off my back wall. I got my couch is just a fucking mess behind me though. My room is a mess. So, but I got me and Cheryl got done. We went to a comic convention about a week ago, and I dressed up as Captain Hook, and she dressed up as Tinkerbell, and I bought a really fucking cool poster. I put it on my back wall. Uh, Actually, hang on. Let me clean up my couch real quick for a sec. Give me like 10 minutes, and then I'll show it to you. It's really cool. I'm not doing anything anyways, so just chilling. Hi, babies. What you doing, boo-boo, huh? You can kind of see it a little bit, somewhat. It's hard to see. Let me see if I have, oops, that's not it. God, it's been so long since I've streamed. Oops. Well, that didn't do anything. Fit to screen. There we go. Is that better? It's so hard to see. It's way in the back there, but you can see like right above me. That's what I bought. I got a really nice frame for it, but it's hard to see. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and put it on like my Discord or something. But my Sonic the Hedgehog, my magic cards, and my room's a fucking mess right now. So, but the hey Juffers, I haven't seen you before. With my drink order, huh? Well, give me some hot chocolate. I'll drink some of that, so... Hello, hello, everybody. How's it going? Morning, good morning. Morning. How's it going? How's it going? How are you all doing? How's it going, everybody? Good morning. How you all doing? What were you guys doing with MJ Fuffer or M Juffers? Sorry, M Juffers. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Did you guys get done playing some D&D, or what were you all y'all had doing? Coffee and D&D. Yep. I just drank my my morning juice this morning, so Dr. Pepper. I was gonna have some. I had some eggs and bacon, but I didn't have any orange juice, unfortunately. So I gotta go to the store and get some more. Oh, nice, nice. There you go. Nice, nice. Get that dinner. Mari, okay. I'll try to commit it to my awful DM memory. Sure, of course, yeah. I'm using Foundry. So this is Foundry Virtual Tabletop. And I've got a bunch of stuff I'm using. So this is for a one-shot that I wanted to run. Actually tried to run it this morning, but nobody was awake for the game. Or nobody was really up on Reddit, it seemed. So I thought I had some interviews this morning, but nothing. Everything fell through. So you don't know how it is. So now it's just kind of chilling, doing some prep work. You know, just hanging out, having fun with you guys. Forge of Fury. Oh, okay. I've heard of that one. I've myself never ran it though, but I've definitely heard of it. CC3. I've not heard of CC3. Yeah, Foundry's really cool. I've been using it a long. Campaign Cartographer 3. Oh, okay. So kind of like what's that one program that's kind of just maybe not just like it, but close to it is like Dungeon Draft or another building one, right? Like Ink. Ah, damn it. Incarnate, right? Is that what it's called? It's been a while since I've used Incarnate. I made 2 maps on Incarnate, but I'm not the best Incarnate maker. Right, no, it's just a mapping thing. Yeah. Yeah, no. Actually, I've made, let me see if, let me see real quick if I can show off my map. Just because we're kind of in show and tell, we're just chilling, hanging out. These are some of my maps I made on Incarnate. It's been a while since I've messed around with them, though. They're actually for a Shadow Dark game I played a while back, but I never really got to finishing. You know how like you get like really passionate about something and you like play it for like so long, and then, or you like prep it for so long and then you just never run it ever. That's kind of like what happens to my games a lot. Oh, I've forgotten how to use this. This was a little one-shot, level 1 one-shot. There's like some ghouls that come out of here. There's like an ooze over here. This is like a trap. There's like a healing well over here. And then like some dead people. And then they find the dwarf, and they fight this like dwarven king in here. So this was actually a precursor to Lost Mines of Find Fendelver that I made a map for. And then, let's see. This was like some desert map I made, and then this is probably the biggest one I've made, which was this one. Which was based off of a really, really old really, really old map. Right? Yeah, yeah. Some of us DM just for the love of it. No, no, for sure, you know? I DM a little bit professionally, and then I DM for fun a lot too. So, but over the years, I kind of made a little bit of a job out of it. Not really though. Kind of, you know, a little bit of help along the way. This is one I made for a module. So this one, you start over here in this cave. It's like a frozen area, and then you go inside this frozen cave. But let's see. Here we go. I could do it without showing off all that stuff. So it's like off the ocean coast, kind of. There's like a light over here. There's like a little entrance here. It's a 3-level layer dungeon, but I only ever made the first 2 levels. And then there's like an arcane circle here where like skeletons pop out, and then you can go down to the 2nd level here. Let's see. There's a mimic treasure chest over here. There's like an animated like whale bone thing that wakes up here, and an animated whalebone shark skeleton thing that wakes up here. There's a secret entrance if you play the right notes on the piano, and it opens up over here. And then let's see. Up here, there's like a little lost boy, and then that they find. And then this just goes deeper into the cave. If they step on any of this stuff, it like shoots out arrows like Indiana Jones kind of thing, you know, it goes choo 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 choo, you know. Otherwise, if they step on the edge here, then it doesn't activate the traps. And then in here, there's like some undead pirates that are still around living here. And then there's like an undead pirate king like over here. He's sitting on his ice throne. And then it leads into the 2nd level dungeon, and so on, so on, and so forth. And then I think the 2nd level dungeon is here. But I never made the 3rd map for it yet. Here's the 2nd level. And then, so if they go through the ship, they end up here, right? If they go through the well, they end up here. There's like a sea of blood from the other part of the pirate ship that like got lost in the cave, right? Then they can dive into it. There's like a monster in there. Then there's like another monster in here. Let's see. This leads all this stuff. There's like a tavern, but it's all an illusion. There's a creature in here that's like has like hold over the area in the cavern. And is like making the making everything look like what's the word? They're like a witch kind of, right? But they've been trapped down here for so long they can't get out, right? So the whole premise is like they're living inside the cave, and the pirate captain basically was the one who like held them down in there, right? So they couldn't get out. So the skeletons are actually the good guys, is what the adventurers don't know, but. Anyways, long story short, the witch down here wanted to make the cave look more natural, you know, more nice. So all this stuff is an illusion. And then the bed can be like a bed mimic, or like, you know, there can be like I have like a singing sword in the cabinet that's going like, baby, you know, like singing like Elvis. They're like, what the fuck is that? You know, and then I think over here there's like some sun worshipping like elves or something, and then in here there's like moon worshipping elves. So 2 different little factions. One believes like what the sun is, the other one believes like what the moon is, and they both have like a sun and moon amulet. And then if you combine them, they make like a flash bomb kind of thing, you know. So something cool that the adventurers can kind of grab and use as an item. Let's see. And then the 3rd one, oh god, it's it's banana phone time. And then the 3rd map is just the boss level where they fight the big like dragon kind of thing. But I haven't finished it just yet, so I've been meaning to like do it, but just got to so many different things, you know. So, but yeah, this is a cool little thing that I made and put a little time into it. So. you know, you get passionate with what you like to do, right? So. But yeah, so, but right now we're doing a Frozen one, so. I think this one is the most, yeah, this one is the one that uses the most memory. A place to call around the world. Well, I think that's all the animated levels. All the rest of these are just kind of mundane a little bit. Maybe we could make like more snow on here. Change up the maybe make this a little bit more blizzardy. Ooh, let's have it come down from like the north. Oops, I have to have it go the other way. There we go. That's cool. Did you feed the doggo?
Yes, I did.
Yeah? Oh, honestly, it kind of depends, Geezer. Jim, sorry. Oh, thanks, man.
Dog almost had some snacks.
Huh?
Said you left them on the couch.
Oh, I left it. Oh, sorry. My bad. Oh, they're just oatmeal cookies. They didn't have any chocolate or anything in them, so.
Well, it has sugar still.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. No, we'll call you Jim, you know. I'm an old geezer too, so. Honestly, it depends. I think it really just depends, Jim. Kind of your Foundry is a virtual program, right? So as long as and I'll feel young. Oh, I feel old, honestly. You know, I'm 34 right now, so you know, I feel it in my bones when I wake up and when your back cracks. You know, I told my dad actually recently. I was like, I got up one day and I was like, "Oh, my back hurts, Pop," and he's like, "Shut the fuck up." He's like, "You don't know anything." I was like, ah, I was like, I can't. I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about CC3, but I know Foundry. I think. Do you mean like the import? Oh wow, yeah. I've only been playing for about 7, almost 8 years, so DMing is 7 years probably. Maybe about doing it professionally for about the last 3 years. About 3 years now. So I'm doing Dragonlance and Lost Mines for my full-time campaigns, and then I just do little one-shots like these for fun. So, and then the year before that, it was. I don't use Roll20 because the map size limits are too small. Yeah. I used to really use Roll20, but then Foundry just fucking blows it out of the water. Like, it's so amazing. It's a lot to learn though. It can be kind of frustrating if you're not a quick learner, you know. But it's really awesome. I've never looked back on it, so. I don't know what the file size is, to be honest, like what the maximum file size on Foundry is. I mean, well, those animated scenes are about this one. This one is Oh, nice. Yeah, I run five. I run five for the week. I run 3 Dragonlance campaigns, and then two. I run 2 Lost Mine games at the moment. So I usually run like one big campaign like during the year. So last year it was Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and then the year before that it was Icewind Dale, and then the year before that it was Tomb of Annihilation. So yeah, yeah. But it's fun though. It's fun. This week I'm taking a break though, so my work schedule changed. So I just told everybody, we'll reconvene next week. So this file is, I believe, 40 megabytes. I think so, but it depends too, right? Because my players have to connect. So thanks. Welcome to Liquid Snake's Army of Outer Heaven, Geezer Jim. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Thanks, man. I do that for everybody who follows. So, my Liquid Snake impression probably isn't the best right now because I'm still trying to wake up. So, he has that more faux accent, where he's like, "Ah, brother, yes, welcome, brother, to Liquid Snake's Army of Outer Heaven, soldier." Would you like to shoot down some bothersome flies, Snake? What was I saying? Sorry. Oh, yeah. So, so the thing about Foundry, right, versus Roll20 is Roll20 has dedicated servers, right? So they actually have servers that you load onto. Same thing is with Foundry, but Foundry is a one-time purchase, so it's $50, and then you own the program, and you can run it off your own hard drive, right? So as long as you have hard drive space, right, you can put as much as you want into it, right? But the thing is, the more you pump into it, right, you have to provide the upload, or you have to have people connect to your IP in order to access it, right? Or you have to buy servers like. There's 2 hosting sites right now. I'm sure there's more, or you could host it yourself if you know how to do it. But there's 2 that I use, which is called moltenhosting.com, which is about, it's anywhere from like $5 to like $12, depending how much how much space you want, right? But right now I have 20 gigabytes to run off of, and I've been using this program for God knows how long now, 4 or 5 years, and I've maybe used 10 gigabytes, if that, of the 20. If I ever need to get more, I can buy more, right? So 20 gigs is about max of what you could pump into it. But I mean, if you run it off your own hard drive or your own server, right? Like have people connect to your IP, which that's kind of iffy too, right? Unless you know the people that you trust, right? But or if you have like or if you can make like a dedicated server or something like that, then yeah, you could get something like a dedicated mid-pack server. Yeah, I think that could work. So it depends, So there's 2 different things, right? You run the actual program, or you get an online rental fee service like this, and you still have to own the program, right? But it puts it into the basically the server just runs the program online, right? So, and they host the server, right? So, and then your players can connect to it, and then you have 20 gigabytes to load up all your stuff on there. So, but the thing is too is like all the so I'll show you something, right? So like all your data that's like available here, like all your actors, your journal, all this stuff, right? If this is out and about, like in the open here, they have to load into that, right? So instantly they have to load all that data, right? But anything that's in your compendiums here, right? All this stuff is not loaded in until you bring it into the world, right? So like this, I don't know, we'll use an adult red dragon, right? This adult red dragon, doesn't get this adult red, or let's use the copper dragon. This adult copper dragon doesn't get loaded into the world until you bring it in, right? And then boom, now it's in, right? Because now it's in your actors tab, right? So it's where is he? Right here, right? So now he's loaded into the world, and now your players, they download that asset, right? So as long as all your stuff is in compendiums, and then when you want to bring it out, then it comes out and they load that, right? So it kind of is a little bit of like preloading, but like at the same time, you can even like preload scenes too, right? So like if we're on this scene or whatever, and then we need to move to, I don't know, the hole in the wall, right? You can preload the scene, and then we're playing this, right? And then we're like, okay, we're doing this for a little bit. I've preloaded the next scene, and then bam, now we get to go into the tavern, right? And now I can activate it and bring all the players there. So that's really good for helping like control like the scene. But most of the time, Foundry's like number one rule is using WebP files, so WEPB files. If you use WebP files, that's the easiest. It doesn't lose quality, and it's really small sizes for loading too. So obviously these are all MP4s. I can't make them any smaller, so they're about, most of these animated files are about 17 megabytes, I think. But that's not really that bad, But most maps and stuff like or just like static maps are usually around, I don't know, something like this is like 2 megabytes, maybe a little bit less. If you make it a WebP, it's probably smaller than that, right? So most maps are probably around like 3 to 5 megabytes, depending on like what they are, right? But you can get like a JPEG. I use this program called this one called XN Convert, and you can just convert the file to a WebP, and I just change it to where the setting is set to 80%, so it barely even loses any quality at all, and that changes from, I don't know, if we were just to use a map here, right? What's this file size? 700. Oops. Here, I'll see if there's. Oh, here. Actually, I already did it for this one, but like, this map here, the one that we're on, this glacier one, which is, what is this? 7 megabytes. So this 7 megabyte file, I already compressed it to a 1.63 megabyte file. So that saved me literally 6 megabytes at the end of the day, right? So it does help out a lot, For stuff like tokens and stuff, it doesn't really matter to do, really. Even these Midjourney ones are 2 megabytes each. I don't really convert those. But I do convert maps, so they're like really big, like 9 megabytes to, what is this, 3 megabytes? So, that saves a lot of data. So maps for sure I do, but everything else, not really, It just kind of, I guess it depends on the map, so. Sorry to get into the nitty-gritty of Foundry and all that stuff, but, that helps. Also what helps too is if you're going to use Foundry, if you're using audio files, it's a little bit harder to convert a little bit, I found, but most of the time I just use MP4s, or MP3s, if you use .ogg files, but it's a little bit hard to convert MP3s to OGG files, but most audio sites have those kind of audio files. OGG is also like a really a good audio file format that helps lower the data, I guess, if you want to say. So yeah, no worries. I like talking about this stuff, so I like helping out other DMs and stuff, and just talking, shooting the shit and stuff, so it's always interesting to get people's interest in not just Foundry, but other virtual tabletops, like Tailspire or a bunch of other ones. And interesting to see how people make maps and all that kind of stuff, I mean, we're all a community at the end of the day, so, we gotta help each other out. At least somewhat, a little bit, right? At least somewhat, so. I don't remember what I was gonna do. I think we've got all the scenes. I guess the thing to do is just make, oh, encounters. We can look for, now this stuff, this thing, plutonium, is a little bit, I guess if you want to call it cheating a bit, yeah, it's kind of cheating, but personally, I own all the Toma-based stuff anyway, so, for me, it's not really cheating. I buy a lot of the stuff on DM's Guild anyways, but who doesn't use 5e tools, right? Yeah, the collaboration of sharing, right? Hashtag on the sharing part. Nah, we're all good. Monsters. Actually, let me type in Cobalt Press. Alright, let's see if we can find some Arctic monsters here. This is supposed to be for a level 5 one-shot, so... Good God. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I've done my fair share of buying, and I've done my fair share of... I support a lot of people on Patreon, which I think I might have to dip out a little bit on this month. I've been a little bit too generous, so I need to reel back on that for this month, unfortunately. So, but I love supporting a lot of content creators and stuff. Everybody makes so much cool stuff, but as you only got so much money to spend it on stuff, right? So, and my dog, not to do a sob story or anything, but my dog ended up getting diabetes earlier this year. So a lot of that money has gone to him and insulin and special dog food, and yeah, it's been kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest, but you know, it's for the puppers. So yeah, hit a little bit of a hard hit, but he's doing good, so you know, at least there's that. But we gotta give him a shot every morning. I gotta give him 30 units. We started off at like 14, but yeah, he's pretty up there, so I need to... It's always a struggle with that kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody knows anybody with diabetes, but it's like it's not really easy. So it's a big life change for sure, you know, especially when it comes to like helping, or maybe what's the word? Not helping, but like you know, giving an insulin shot once in the morning, once at night, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, been fun. Been fun, geezer. I thought I'd shoot you one more time, so no problem. Yeah, take care, man. Stay safe, and thanks for hanging out. I think we'll go all the way up to CR5, you know, that should give us a good range of stuff. You had a classmate growing up. Yeah, it's not easy for sure. By the way, what are you eating for dinner, Jeffers? Ah, tikka masala. Isn't that, what is that? Oh, it's like, chicken curry, right? Kind of? Oh, it's an Indian dish. I remember I've had it before, but it's been a while. Yeah. Man, that looks pretty good, actually. Compared to my eggs this morning, they're pretty... Not saying that I'm not a bad cook, but they were kind of mediocre. There's only so many ways you can cook an egg. Alright, let's see. What can we throw in here? We don't need this. We don't need this anymore. I've noticed if you make these folders dark, they're a little bit easier to see. Let's get Ish in there. Where's our... I don't know why we have this Noble. I don't think we need him. Or Night Hag. Well, I guess she's technically a monster, but she's kind of an NPC a little bit too. Okay. What is this thing? Oh, it's like creeping winter, huh? Oh, it's like, I see. Kinda cool. That's actually pretty cool. It gets to call, like, animals with its pheromones. It's kind of cool. Oh, sleep is kind of nasty. I have that in there. That thing's kind of cool. There's not too much ice, so I don't think the seal would work too well. Bloodsapper's kind of cool. The Boreal Dragon is kind of cool. What is this thing? Oh, it's like a weird, like dog, huh? Aw, it's too cute. Nobody would want to kill that thing. If it was more menacing, if it had more teeth, maybe. I mean, maybe it could have an outward appearance of being evil. It's all, aww, and then it just eats you. You're like, oh, fuck. If it was your players, they might. I mean, yeah, it could be my players too. Yeah, they're probably pretty mean. So everybody's a murder hobo, right? So now this thing's fucking cool. I love the look of this thing. This thing's so cool. Cryophobia. I love it. It's so cool. Whenever the chill haunt is subjected to cold damage, it takes no damage. But it must succeed on a DC 13 wisdom save or become frightened of the source of the damage. I love how it's actually immune to cold damage, but like it's afraid of it. It's really cool, you know? It's an interesting monster. It's kind of cool. And it also is absorbent to fire. So like you'd think it's actually weak to fire, but it's actually not. It heals from it too. So it's like it's interesting that it's immune to fire and cold, even though it looks like it's frozen. It's a really cool monster. Yeah, that's a cool one for sure. This thing's just pretty cool. Just a bigger badass wolf. Use the enlarge spell, make him bigger. It's pretty cool. Death Shroud Golem, huh? Oh, we gotta have these things in here, because these things are cool. Mr. Giant Snow Beetle. Throw some snowballs at people. That's always fun. And their little things. This one's kind of cool. Just an undead frozen skeleton, essentially. Deals some cold damage. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, this recharges on a 5 or higher. Nope. Oh my god, look at all those ones. Rip. Yeah. And then this thing's freaking awesome. This thing would be like the boss, you know? I feel like this guy with like winter wolves would make like a lot of sense, you know? Hairfolk, maybe not so much. Hoarfrost drakes are kind of cool. Ice bogies. Ice elemental. Ice urchin. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, right? Mufasa? Yeah. An ice worm. Be like aliens, you know? Kamaitachi. Oh, this thing's kind of cool. A weasel with, like, dagger claws. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Dreamcatcher. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Ooh, here we go. Snowcats. Yeah. Snowcats with, like, the snow lion? That would make sense. A snow hag. There we go. Yes, my dearies. Hello there. Ooh, that thing's fucking creepy. Getting everything with ice. Trolls are okay. Ooh, a Wintergast. Ooh. That thing's cool. Definitely goofy, though, when the characters use their psychic powers, such as when one of them uses a gun as a phone. Do they use their gun as a phone? I don't remember that, actually, in the movie. Or is that in the book? I know, man, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Isn't that the one with the alien and Mr. Grey, and he takes over, I forget his name's body, but, he takes over his friend's body, right? But he, like, locks his mind away inside of, like, his own mind, right? And he's like, what are you doing in there? What are you hiding in there? And he's got, like, he's got, like, that voice. Why don't you open the door? Let me in. My name is Mr. Grey. Right? Like, he's all creepy. Hey, what's up, pigs? Let's see. It's in the movie. One of the guys is traveling with the Black Ops commander. That's the guy who plays, that's Samuel Jackson, right? He's the commander? Huh. I don't... Is that the scene where he's, like, in the helicopter and they're, like, killing all the other aliens? Right? And then he's like in the helicopter, and he's telling him, I don't, I don't know if I remember that. I'd have to probably rewatch the movie again. It's been so long. Because I know all the friends have powers because what's his name? Dunce, right? Is that the alien's name? The retarded kid, but he's actually an alien in disguise, right? Dunny or Dunny? Is that his name? I don't remember. It's been so long. Unlock the door. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to watch it again. It's been way too long. I don't really remember that. I remember the scene with the bigger heavyset dude that when he like dies on the toilet, you know, and they're all like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And he like shits out the worm, and they're like, "Oh god damn." No, is that 5e pigs? I've never heard of that. Oh, okay, so something kind of like along the lines of like Call of Cthulhu. I've played Call of Cthulhu before, but I haven't played Huh. Interesting. No, I haven't heard of that. It sounds pretty cool though. Ba-da-da-da. Actually, let me figure out which ones these are. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of TTRPGs for sure. Yeah. That sounds pretty cool though. Ba-da-da-da. Glacial Corruptor. Oops. Hmm. Interesting. No, I've never even heard about it, Pigs. Most of the top ones that I've heard about are like besides like usually the most talked about one after D&D, at least for me personally, is Pathfinder, and then it kind of goes downhill from there. I mean, Star Wars is probably pretty down there. Star Wars RPG, Blaze in the Dark, Shadow of the Demon Lord. I'd say like probably the top three though, like just off the top of my head, that are like in terms of like popularity. I think it goes like D&D. I think it goes D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, maybe. And then like yeah, maybe Shadowrun, and then like Starfinder probably. Star Wars, yeah, Vampire the Masquerade, Morkborg, maybe Symbaroum, right? Maybe a little bit weirder ones, and then you've got like all these like, like non or what's the word for them? Not not SRD, but old school role playing games like OSR, or no, sorry, is it OSE? Old School Essentials, is that what it's called? OSE, Shadow Dark, right? All that kind of stuff, like those really old ones. Cairn, maybe Mouse Ritter, maybe a couple others, Mouse Guard. Mouse Guard might be up there, in terms of like a really niche, like TTRPG, right? Um, and then you've got like all your like non 5e, or like that are like 5e, but like they're in their own setting, kind of like not, uh, like we are talking about like Star Wars, right? Or like Humblewood, right? Humblewood is one that's like 5e, but it's in a different setting, with like small animals, right? Oh, nice, nice. What own RPG are you gonna make? Let's see. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, should be Oh, very cool. Very cool. Nice, nice. I've always wanted to make some homebrew stuff, but I'm really bad when it comes to like world building. It's just not really my kind of thing. So I mostly just run stuff that people have made, but I do make it my own a little bit. I add like my little twists and stuff to the game, but it kind of helps to make it so I don't have to do the story too much, you know. But then again, the story kind of changes based around the players and what they choose to do, right? But at least I have like an A, B, C, D of like what should happen, you know? So world building is hard for me. I feel like I just wouldn't really be good at it, to be honest. Or even making my own RPG would just be a lot of work, you know? But it sounds really cool. I've always wanted to make a one-shot, though, that's, like, based in the desert. It's based on, like, have you guys seen that movie, Hidalgo? Where they, like, race in the, on, like, the Silk Road kind of thing, you know? They race in the desert, the horse, it's like the horse race, right? With Viggo Mortensen. Anyways, I always wanted to make a adventure based around that. I thought it'd be really fun. But I never got around to doing it. Dang, that sounds pretty crazy. 9 stats? Dang, that's a lot for people to remember. People can barely remember that there's even 6 on D&D, let alone 9. Man, that sounds pretty crazy. Sounds pretty crazy. That sounds pretty cool though. But that sounds like a lot. Oh wait, did I do this already for this? I don't know if I did. Oh, I didn't. I thought I did it for this. Why does this not go lower? There we go. What's up?
It's time.
Huh?
Time.
Time? Okay. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go give my dog a shot.
You're so adorable. I know you're streaming, so. Yeah. And then there's also that box right now that's full of dog food. There's a box right there. Okay, they're like right in front of you. Like it was a snake that bought you. Yeah, that's got dog food in it as well. Remember? Because you bought some, not thinking that it would get here in time.
Where it doesn't seem to be changing the direction. It's always really fun. You know what other one is really fun to do is let's see. It's fireworks. Fireworks is really fun too. Oh. I forgot that I can have it repeat. Wonder if it'll just repeat in the same area, though. Yeah. Bleh. It's just so fun to do. Bleh. 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 Hey, sounds pretty cool so far, man. Sounds really neat. I hope your players will like it for sure. Fireworks are also really fun to do. Pew! Pew, pew, pew! You did it! You saved the day! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. What was the other liquid one? Wasn't it? What's regular splash? Oh, that's the one. Bleh, bleh. That's what we should use for the bloody stag. Yeah. That'll work great. Did it not save that? Oh, there it is. Shift. Play multiple effects at the same time after releasing Shift. Oh, really? I forgot you could actually do that. Oh, does it actually have to say copy? Wait, no. No, I don't think it does it? Why did both of these have the same image? These ones should be different. Aw, damn it. Do I not have that image anymore? What did I do with that? Oh fuck! I guess I didn't add that one. I thought I put this photo in. Oh, you know what? I don't think I did. Yeah, because this one was... Yeah, that's right. Why do I have 3 of these then? I only need 2. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my bad, sorry. Let me read this. You don't have players yet, besides still gotta flush out every class, spell... Yeah, man, that's a lot to go over, for sure. Interesting. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work, man. Well, it's almost 9:40. I don't have too much more time left here. Let's see, is there anything else I have to do? What is in this last encounter? Isn't it just the stag and those things? Or, I forget, doesn't this thing, like, spit out, like, monsters, right? I know it spits out something. Oh, that's right, dretches and gibbering mouthers. Okay. And the starving ropers. I wonder if it should spit out something more dangerous besides dretches. Dretches are kind of bleh. They're not really that dangerous. I guess they're kind of annoying when there's like a lot. Gibbering Mouthers are pretty annoying for sure. Maybe, and the Ropers are annoying as fuck too. And they're really strong. I guess not too bad. Maybe I could. I was gonna think like maybe Mephits, but I think Mephits are probably a bit too. Their explosion damage is kind of annoying. It could be a small amount of damage over time. Nice, nice. Running in circles. Run away, run away. Waiting on you again, so I don't take the pain. The Jinin could be pretty cool with like. Maybe if I find like an ice cave map. Let me see if I can find an ice cave map. Understand where I'm going through. It's only me. What you got to lose? What are you gonna do? Let it go. And I can't let it go. Run away when we're running in circles. Run away, run away. Ooh, this is a cool map. Keep the flame, run away when we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away. What is this? Battle maps? Is that what this is? On Reddit? Yeah. Ice cave. This one's okay. Maybe if I type in frozen cave, maybe that will come up better. Ooh, Stained Carbon does make some pretty good maps. I thought I had one maybe on, Bye. Moon Cove, huh? This one could work. Yeah, this one could work. Oh, we actually made it larger. That's kind of funny. Okay, well, never mind then. Huh. I thought it would make it smaller. 4 megabytes is still pretty large. Oops, no cave, maybe. Pokemon. Catch up ball. Bow, 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 bow. Gotta catch 'em all. Oops. A little too big, huh? Where are you? Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I was doing stuff. Also created a system that is simpler than D&D 5e CR thing. I called it the threat level. It's more dependent on levels, not their overall stats and abilities. Like, say you're level 1, look at a level 5 enemy, you won't feel confident, but whereas in the reverse, you'll feel very confident. Of course, if the gap is 50 levels or so, you could either feel like you're looking at a mountain or you're looking at a net. Yeah, that seems like a lot, man. It's, like I said, it's I can't even imagine doing like a, you know, a whole system kind of thing, you know? It'd just be, it's a lot to go over for sure. It seems pretty cool though, so far. Sorry, I kind of spaced out there for a sec. Maybe, I don't know. These might not be strong enough. I feel like I should maybe add like something else in here. Or maybe like, no, these are way too strong. I mean, they're really cool, but these are way too strong. Maybe if I made all these double the HP, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. That still might be a lot for these. And then this thing. $120 plus 24. That's 144 HP. Oh, that's a lot to go through. That'd be a fun fight though, honestly. That'd be a big battle though, I feel. I feel like these snowcats could probably be enough though, you know, because probably, well, let's see, level 5 character. They could probably kill, especially with like AoE damage. I feel like they could make short work of the snowcats really easily. They don't have that much AC anyways. I mean, the Jinin doesn't have that much AC either, but I like this glorious milk though. That's pretty good stealth, honestly. They have pretty good stealth, so definitely be kind of hard to spot these in the cave. Unless they were sleeping, maybe. I guess I could roll for it. But then why would they go into the cave? It's just before... maybe like... Not sure. Yeah. Think about it a little bit. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock, guys, so my time's almost up here, so... but we got a little bit done here. We did a map or two, we made sure all the automatic scenes are good. I think we got the inn is all good, right? Filled it with NPCs. All the characters. Brenda's in here. Oh, you know what I could do? I could fix, Yildred. Actually... let's see. Active auras. No, isn't it, does it feel good? Oh god. Not that song. Man, I don't remember this macro. What is it called? I have to go to my other... I have to go to my other world. I don't remember what it's called. TMFX? What is this from? Where did I get this from? Damn, I don't remember where I got this effect, actually. I have to look on Foundry, just see if I can remember where it is. Because I really don't remember. this under macro, maybe? Ah, man, I'm never gonna find this again. I don't remember it. Ah, I'm gonna have to ask in this module thing, because I don't remember anymore. Actually, let me message Moto. He might know. Yeah, damn, I've actually forgotten this macro now. Alright guys, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna find this last macro and then I gotta head out to work, so... Thanks for hanging out. It was good catching up with everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe. Good luck with all the stuff, Zenderfell. You know, keep up on the world building and all that stuff, so... I'm gonna figure out where this last fucking macro is. I don't remember it. I thought it was in this token effects pre-made, but it's not in here. It's this one. It's TMFX Apply Editor. I thought it was in TM Portfolio somewhere, but it's not in here. Unless I'm just blind and I don't see it, but I don't think it's in this macro folder anymore. I think if anything it's somewhere else, but... Because it's not importing, it's not exporting, it's not random. It's none of these. Fuck, I'm gonna ask somebody on the forums, because I don't remember anymore, actually. I could have sworn that it was, like... It's a weird macro folder. It's some shit where it's like... Because it has this image. I just don't fucking remember anymore. I haven't used it in so damn long. Yeah, I don't fucking remember anymore. Oh well. It wasn't under JB2A. Yeah, I don't remember where it is. Oh well. Yeah. Alright, see you guys. Take care. Stay safe.